What's up, guys? We are back, and I'm looking at some more MLB plays today over on PrizePicks. We went 2-1 yesterday's video. I really felt like it should have been 3-0. We had a last-minute sell, unfortunately, but we have been cashing out in these videos still. We have now hit, I believe, 10 of our last 12 plays in these videos on a 10-2 run. Let's keep cashing with some more winners today. So we're going to get to these free plays shortly, but if you've not already leaving a like on this video, do so, because if we get to 175 likes, I will drop a third play for tomorrow for you guys also. While you're done and leaving a like, you may as well subscribe to the channel also with those notifications on. That way you get in before these lines get bumped or get removed. And before finally we get to these free plays, don't miss out on checking out the DubClub. The DubClub is where you get all of my plays sent straight to your phone, and you also get access to all my plays on my 6-man slips, which, by the way, we have cashed a 6-man in 7 of the last 8 days. We have been crushing it on these slips right here, which you can get over in the DubClub. This gives you all of my plays, including some of my slips. If you go down in my description or in the top of the comment section and scroll down, there will be a banner that pops up at the bottom of your screen, giving you a limited time special discount that with only a couple of spots left. That gives you all of my plays sent straight to you to your phone, but if you connect your Discord to DubClub, you'll get access to all of these tabs here. The first thing I recommend you doing is going to the Get Notifications here and turning on the PrizePicks Correlation. Then we get in these correlation slips with links as soon as I post them and lock them in. You also get my underdog streaks, my home run lottery picks, my promo entries for like Taco Tuesday and things like that, for example. You get my community chat to talk to me and other members about plays or whatever's going on. The community is a super awesome place to be around. I really genuinely believe that you will like it. It's also super easy to reach me and ask me any questions. If you just add me in the chat, just add DOMG in the chat and I will respond to you pretty fast typically. You also have my contributors plays though too from Asmies, Emo, and Elo. Asmies is a PGA guy who crushes his plays every time. You can see all the love that he gets on his plays because of how much he cashes out in some golf. You also have Emo, who is a big NBA and WNBA guy, as well as Elo here with the soccer plays, which he has been crushing. He has cashed his first 4 legs of the streak, which is not $10,000 to $10,000, but $10,000 to $15,000, really $16,000 if you round it up there. He also posted his soccer list yesterday and was stupid good. You see there was a couple losers up top, but all these other ones were able to cash here, including he went 8 for 8 on demons. All 8 demons that he posted ended up cashing. This guy is legit, as well as Asmies, as well as myself. This is one of the best DubClubs, if not the best DubClub to join. I genuinely believe that is the best DubClub to join, so go ahead and check it out for at least the first month with the link in my description or in the top of the comment section. Come join us right now. You won't regret it. And now let's get to these free plays. Make sure you play responsibly and at your own risk, and leave a like on this video if you have not already. Let's get to these plays. The first play on the PrizePicks board for tonight's slate is going to be over in the fantasy score category, but if you are not on PrizePicks, I do have an alternative for you. But I do like Nick Castellanos today over 5-hitter fantasy score. If you are on a sportsbook, though, I like him to either have a single or for him to go over his 1.5 hit runs and RBIs. I think both spots are very good if you are on a sportsbook, but if you're on PrizePicks, I like him to have at least 5 fantasy score today for a couple of reasons. First off, there's a slight bit of juice here on the over 1.5 hit runs and RBIs, which just means it's a good spot for his fantasy score, because if you don't know, it is extremely hard to cover your fantasy score if you do not go over 1.5 hit runs and RBIs. So it's a great sign for us there. But the fantasy score is just a better spot overall. He's had at least 5 and 68% of games this year, which is kind of absurd. And Philly is going to be favored in this game against Bailey Falter and the Pirates. And wins this year. He's actually been over this line in 70% of games, which had at least 5 and 70% of games this year. On the road, that goes down to 61%, but I'm really not super concerned overall about him being on the road. I think that's more coincidence than anything, but you can see how good he has been against Falter in the past, which hasn't been super great for him. He has not had a hit, but it's also only 3 plate appearances. Like, it's really just a really small sample size. And overall, Castellanos is a much better hitter against lefties than he is against righties. Like, you can see his 303 batting average right there against lefties this year. And his hit runs and RBIs over in 58% of games this year, but against lefties, 61%. So nice little increase there to his hit rate. And you can see how well it is against his pitch mix, because he has a 329 weighted on-base average, but he throws mainly the fastball, the sinker, and the slider. He has the fastball, a 391 weighted on-base average going up, sinker, a 533 on-base average, which is ridiculous. And the slider, it does go down to 195, but those top two pitches, if he's throwing the fastball and the sinker at him, if he's throwing these pitches, he should be able to have a couple hits, at least 1 hit in this game here, I think. Especially if he's using that fastball and the sinker, man, because that is nasty. On-base average of over 500 is ridiculous against that sinker, so I think he's in a pretty great spot here against Falter, though. He's just better against lefties. He throws the right pitches. And overall, this line's just way too low for Castellanos. He's had over 5 and 52%, but he's had at least 5 and 68%, I think it was. So overall, great spot today for him to have a single, go over 6 and RBIs, or also over his fantasy score today. Love Nick Castellanos. Before we get to the next two plays in this video, if you have not already seen Sleeper, it is one of, if not the best DFS app out there right now. It's available in most states, 18 years and older. If you use promo code DOMG, you can get that first time deposit up to $100 and a free square when you do sign up for Sleeper using my promo code. They also have a ton of promos all the time for not just new users, but current users. Like right now on my account, I have a 50% profit boost right now. I also have a 40% profit boost that I can use right now, as well as a discount right now on Sean O'Malley, discounted from, 68.5 significant strikes down to 56.5. So nice little discount there, also available on Sleeper. Like, it's the best app out there in my opinion for promos because they offer it for not just new users, but current users. Most apps out there do not do that. And you can also find a better payout than an app like PrizePicks for some certain stats. Like if you like Kodai Senga here over his earned runs there, as well as like Nick Lodolo over strikeouts, for example, pays out a 3.48x over on Sleeper compared to maybe a 3x on PrizePicks. This app is really awesome. Get it for yourself in my description if you're interested. Use that promo code DOMG to get a first in deposit match up to $100 and a free square when you sign up. And I should also mention that you can actually get a free month of my DubClub if you happen to use promo code DOMG on an app that I'm affiliated with. You can see all the apps right here that I am actually affiliated with. If you use promo code on Better, by the way, it's promo code domgprops, not DOMG. But every other app out there is promo code DOMG, which includes apps like Sleeper. But just take a screenshot, use my promo code, and send that to domgpropsvip@gmail.com. And I'll send you back a free month of my DubClub. The link for my email should be available in my description. Again, that is domgpropsvip@gmail.com. Now, getting into my second play here, this one's also going to be in the fantasy score category, but again, I do have quite a few alternatives here for this one, including plus money if you are on a sports book. There's going to be Cal Raleigh today over his fantasy score at 6.5. If you are on a sports book, I actually like him over 2.5 hit runs and RBIs, which is a demon on PrizePicks and plus money. So these are in a great spot overall, though. You can see he's been over his fantasy score in 59% of games. His 2.5 hit runs and RBIs only over in 43% of games, but I'll give you guys some reasons why I like that over 2 in just a little bit. But he's been over this in 59% of games this year, and the Mariners are pretty big favorites here against the Angels on the road. In away games this year, he's over in 57% of games. Not too big of a difference there, but in wins, there is a pretty big difference. He's over in 72% of wins so far this year, including a lot of his games as of late here. Like he's only missed this 4 times in the last, at least 25 games. And actually in wins on the road, he's been even better, going over in 75%, as you can see there. Mainly because this was a stretch of home games, but all the other away games here, he's been awesome at, especially in wins. The matchup is going to be pretty good for him, though, in the spot against Kyle Hendricks. Kyle Hendricks is just not a very good pitcher. And you can see here that the splits are not exactly in our favor necessarily. Like, he's slightly worse against righties than he is against lefties. And Kyle Hendricks is slightly better against lefties, although I really wouldn't say a 3.82 ERA is that great, considering his main ERA is a 5.34. But you can see here that his on-base average this year is a 4.27, which is ridiculously good. Against a changeup, it goes down to a 2.99. Sinker a 5.17. So again, we're getting another guy with a over 500 weighted on-base average. And then the fastball here is a 385. But he only throws it about 16% of the time. Mainly it is the changeup and the sinker. But that sinker, man, if he crushes that thing's going to go pretty far if he gets a hold of that thing. So overall, I just really like the matchup here against Kyle Hendricks. And you can see his hit runs and RBIs too at 2.5 and how good he is in wins. He's been over his hit runs and RBIs in 59% of games that they win. And against righties, that goes up to about 68%. So another good little bit of a track record there for him. So overall, I think he's in a great spot to go over his fantasy score at 6.5 or his runs and RBIs at 2.5. Now getting into my third play here, this one's going to be over in the hits category. And again, if you guys want a third play tomorrow, be sure to leave a like on this video here. 175, I'll drop a third play tomorrow. I'm going with Ahmed Rosario to have a hit in today's game. I think he's in a great spot if you take him for half a hit, as you can see here. I don't mind the over single either, but I just prefer the hit for obvious reasons. It's just obviously better than the single. But Rosario here has been in a pretty great spot this year. He's over in 72% of games, but he now gets to face a lefty who is a turkey tosser in Patrick Corbin. You see here against lefties this year, he's been over in 80% a game, including a nice little hit streak against lefties. You can see here also that a lot of these games too would have been a reboot for him, like only seeing 2 plate appearances, 1 plate appearance, mainly because you're just getting pinch hit for. So a lot of these games here just really would not even count, the ones that he's missed. Like, he's been a pretty great player overall this year. And you can see he has a pretty bad history against Patrick Corbin, though. You're probably looking at me like I'm crazy right now for taking to have a hit, considering he's had 30 plate appearances against him with a .071 batting average and only 2 hits. 2 hits in 30 plate appearances. Not really a great sign. However, if you look more into this one here, a lot of those games were from 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. These guys were on the Mets in Washington here, and you can see that Rosario has only had one recent game against him, which was last year. He may not have had a hit in that game, but he's been a much better hitter this year against lefties. And also, these splits are beautiful here. You can see that Rosario has a 353 batting average this year against lefties, and Patrick Corbin has a 259 batting average against for righties. Overall, this series a 349 weighted on-base average, and Patrick Corbin throws mainly the slider, the sinker, and the cutter. Against the slider, he's a 485 weighted on-base average, the sinker a 408, and the cutter a 407. So he has a better weighted on-base average against the top three pitches that Patrick Corbin throws. He really only throws the other three pitches less than 5% of the time. So I'm really not super concerned about that. Really just these top three pitches, which he has been able to crush. So give me the over for Ahmed Rosario to have a hit today. Despite the bad history against Patrick Corbin, you got to look a little bit more into that one because those stats there are from 2018 or since 2018, and he has only had one game against him since 2020. I am not done with the free plays yet, but a couple of reminders to not miss out in checking out the DubClub, and I recommend joining for at least a month because we have been crushing it, especially on those 6-man slips, man. Been posting some KBO plays too, which have been cashing quite a bit. Post some 4-mans in there as well. This one was able to cash out. The Magic Secrets ended up coming through on Tuesday. Was able to cash out 35 to 315 there. You'll also get access to my streaks, my community chat, as well as my contributors plays. I don't think that you'll regret it. I think you're going to love the DubClub. I genuinely believe that I have the best one out there. So come join us. Get in right now. Link is in my description for a special offer. But here's some more free plays from the Daily Grind tool. And this tool here can show off the best bet to value plays on an app like PrizePicks or Underdog. Right now on PrizePicks, they love some League of Legends plays. They also love some other plays too, available on like the UFC, for example, and Joe Pyfer under one takedown. They can find some really nice plays really easily by clicking on plus V plays. That way you can filter down to a 2-pick power play or same with a 5-pick or a 6-pick flex. This tool is really powerful. Get it for yourself in my description by clicking on the fantasy bundle and scrolling down. Be sure to use promo code DOMG. There's another tool available from the same guys sold separately called the ASF Generator. And this tool is over 2,000 units of profits since last year, and there are 15 slips currently on the board for apps like Underdog and PrizePicks. There's also some other apps available out there too, like Better, and they usually have like Fliff and Rebet on here too. But PrizePicks has a 6-pick flex available right now, which contains value on some League of Legends and some NBA, as well as some MLB or some even WNBA. There is a 40.88% profit margin right here on this play. If you click on Bet on PrizePicks, it puts it into PrizePicks for you, just like you're clicking on a link. This tool is really cool. Get it for yourself in my description. This time, click on the slip generator and scroll down and use promo code DOMG yet again. Thank you for watching us. So for the next video, best of luck. If you must have made over $5,000 of profit on PrizePicks, you can watch this video on your screen right here.